As a custom in this society, a war is fought yearly called the Holy Grail War. For this year, a demon wishes to be born, and he is to be born on Holy Grail Day. The demon corrupts this boy's girlfriend, and he fights to save her. Will he eventually save her? Shiryu finds Shinji's body on the bed, and Zuken comes by to taunt him for his role in his lover, Sakura's corruption. A human-killing shadow has corrupted Sakura. In another room, Lilia is inside calling out for Shiryu. Ryder, who Sakura has given the responsibility to protect Shiryu, comes by to attack Zuken in order to save Sakura. Zuken sends the corrupted Sakura to kidnap Losvel von Isben, shortly called Lilia, so she could be a vessel for the Holy Grail, just like her mother was. Corrupted Sakura attacks Shiryu's home with Saber while delivering her master's message. Tosaka, Sakura's sister, tries to control her sister to no avail. Sakura subdues Tosaka, and she tries to kill Shiryu, her lover. She tells him that he will always be her weakness, and she can't allow weaknesses. As she attacks Shiryu, Tosaka helps Shiryu out. Tosaka attacks Sakura once again, but Saber stabs Tosaka. After defeating Tosaka, Lilia eventually volunteers herself to follow Sakura so she would save everyone. Sakura warns Shiryu to avoid her, if not she would kill him and then disappear into the door with Saber and Lilia. Shiryu asks Ryder to help him fight Sakura since she had been bound to protect Shiryu by Sakura before Sakura became evil. However, Ryder refuses to fight Sakura, her master, directly. Shiryu takes weakened Tosaka to Kiri for help. Kiri treats the duo. After Shiryu awakens, Kiri asks him what he will do, and he says he will find Sakura and take Lilia away. Kiri offers to work with him since they both have a common enemy. They both drive down to the location of Sakura. In the car, Shiryu asks Kiri a lot of questions. Upon getting to the house where Sakura is, Shiryu uses his power to find out the exact location of Sakura. At Ilia Castle, she is talking with her maids about the Holy Grail she has to perform for Sakura. She sees something by the window and goes nearer to the window, only for Shiryu to get thrown into the room through her window. At first, Ilya's maids thought Shiryu and Kiri are burglars, but Ilya recognizes them. She asks Shiryu why he came to rescue her, telling him that it is her responsibility as the vessel for the Holy Grail to deal with Sakura, and she will do so. Shiryu tells her to stop forming strength as he knows she isn't as strong as she pretends to be. He says he will protect her and ensure no harm is done to her. Kiri carries Ilya and takes her through the window while Shiryu follows suit. As expected, Sakura realizes that Ilya has been taken. She sends a corrupted berserker Zuken and a servant assassin to rescue Ilya. Kiri gives Ilya to Shiryu while he stays to fight against Zuken and the servant assassin. The berserker follows Shiryu. He creates a big hole ahead of Shiryu and Ilya so much that they can't escape. Kiri lures the assassin into a chapel. In the chapel, he says that he didn't have the best birth. In fact, he was fated with a bad birth so much that pleasure is a pain for him and pain is his pleasure. He couldn't let anyone love him, and the only one who showed him love, he couldn't accept her love. The assassin enters the chapel to attack him, but a ray of light shunned from above. He defeats the assassin, goes to the rooftop of the chapel to defeat Zuken. He finishes his story by saying the lady who loved him eventually killed herself right in front of him. And he isn't sad because if he had known she would kill herself, he would have at least killed her. Shiryu and Ilya jump into the hole. Shiryu tells Ilya that although they are not related by blood, she calls him brother. He would act like a brother knowing that the archer arm transplanted in his left arm could kill him if he unleashes it. He risks everything, unleashes the archer arm, goes after the berserker, recreates the ammunition of the berserker using the archer's arm, and successfully defeated the berserker. While Kiri is walking away, Sakura appears to him. Kiri says Sakura has changed. She accepts her changes, saying she is no longer the weak girl they know. Laughing at her, he says she shouldn't trick herself into believing she is two different people, as she has always been evil. She replies that he is the one who turned her into what she is. Kiri says he is glad he didn't, as she would soon give birth to the Avenger as fast as possible. Sakura removes the artificial heart inside Kiri, which he had won after winning the last Holy Grail War. Before Sakura could finish Kiri, the defeated shadow she sent to Shiryu comes back into her, thereby weakening her. Saber is about to fight Shiryu, but she is notified that Sakura needs her help, so Saber leaves Shiryu. Since Shiro used the archer's arm, he becomes weak and awakened by Tosaka, who tells him to dress up as they all have to get somewhere. On their way, Ilya tells him the story of the Holy Grail. It is a festival where the Eisburn family would call out the 7 Grail spirits to fight, and anyone who wins gets the power of the Holy Grail. She says that in a particular village, they thought about the good it may do if they purged their world of all the evils. So they put all the evils on the shoulder of one man born and called it the Angra Mainyu. Angra Mainyu was hated by all and also called a semi-hero. In the Third Holy Grail War, the Tosaka's family called for Angra Mainyu to fight as their servant. He was weak and was defeated, so he became incorporated into the Grail of Heaven. Angra Mainyu was born during the last Holy Grail War. Still, since Kirai won the war, Angra Mainyu wasn't born. He became a pack of shadows inside the Holy Grail, which are the shadows incorporated into Sakura. In less than 24 hours, Sakura will give birth to Angra Mainyu, and if she isn't stopped before then, no one will be able to save her again, and neither will anyone be saved from her. Tosaka asks Shiro to work with Ilya to stop Sakura before it is too late. They take him to an enclosed room where the jeweled sword is. Tosaka tells him that it's the only sword that can stop Sakura. They give him an Azoth blade and use the power of imagination to give the blade the power of the jeweled sword. Shiro gets weak and awakens at home. Ryder comes to meet him. She tells him that although she had been tied to him, she had been watching him and she sees he is about to hurt her master Sakura. She attempts to remove the chain that ties them together, saying although she doesn't like the fact that her master is now evil, she is her servant, and she would have to protect her master. Shiro tells her that he will never hurt Sakura. He says his heart belongs to Sakura, and he would do anything to protect her. Hearing this, Ryder accepts to work with him so they can purge Sakura of all the evils in her. Sakura visits her elder sister, Tosaka. She asks Tosaka to take Shiro and run away, but Tosaka asks her if she is ready to part with Angra Mainyu. She refuses, saying she had worked herself to get as powerful as she is, and she would do anything to maintain her power. Hearing this, Tosaka tells her she isn't ready and Tosaka will defeat her no matter what. Returning to the Grail of Heaven, Zuken attempts to use Sakura for more evil, but she defeats him and realizes that his real body is beside her heart. She removes his body and crushes him. Saber tells Sakura that her sister is coming down to fight her. She asks Saber to allow only Tosaka into the Grail of Heaven. Tosaka, Shiro, and Ryder bid Ilya goodbye. Before leaving, Shiro tells Ilya that if she doesn't have a home after the war, she will stay with him. She rejects his offer and pats his head and bids him goodbye. Upon getting to the Grail of Heaven, they meet Saber, who gives access to only Tosaka. Shiro and Ryder fight Saber to get access to the Grail. Some shadows direct Tosaka to where her sister is. Getting to Sakura, Sakura says she hates the world like nothing he ever favored her. She says she had killed Zuken and his assassin, and the only person she wishes to kill is Shiro. She says that Tosaka is jealous of her, and she won't let Tosaka get what she has, so she commands her shadows to attack Tosaka. With Saber, Shiro, and Ryder had planned to trust each other and use the last piece of Shiro's anchored arm to destroy Saber. Hence, as Saber fights Ryder, Shiro watches till Saber becomes a little weaker, then uses his arm to replicate Saber's weapon, then defeats her. Tosaka uses the jeweled sword to destroy all the shadows she sent. Looking at Tosaka, Sakura says it is unfair that Tosaka has the sword to defeat her. She sends more shadows to no avail. Getting closer to Sakura, Sakura tells her sister that it is unfair that Tosaka had all the opportunity to live a pleasurable life while she had been cursed. Sakura laments that all her food was poisoned, her water was poisoned, and she was labeled with the curse of the opposing family. Tosaka couldn't bring herself to kill her sister. As she gets closer to Sakura, she remembers their childhood memories. She puts the sword into the circle, apologizes to Sakura for being an evil big sister, and becomes impelled. She falls. Angra Mainyu prepares for his birth while Shiro leaves weak Ryder to go ahead. Sakura is overcome with guilt. As Shiro arrives, she tells him she had killed her sister. He tells her Tosaka isn't dead. Unable to control her power, she attacks Shiro with different tactics. Shiro knows it is Angra Mainyu's doings. He goes near her, taking all the blades she throws at him. He eventually uses his anchored arm to reproduce a sword and asks Sakura to close her eyes and clash her teeth while he stabs her to purge the shadows from her. her. Despite that, Angra-mainyu is still trying every means to come out. Shirou gives Sakura and Tosaka to Rider, gives Rider a key asking her to give Sakura when she wakes up, then stays behind to destroy the Holy Grail. In the Grail, he finds Kiri, who is weak and injured. Kiri says his only aim is to ensure that Angra-mainyu is born. He says while Shirou is happy due to other people's happiness, he is happy due to other people's sadness. He fights Shirou to ensure Angra-mainyu is born. Shirou eventually defeats Kirai. Before Kirai dies, he declares Shirou the winner of that year's Holy Grail War. Trying to destroy the Grail, Shirou plans to destroy himself alongside the Grail since he is weak already. Ilya comes by to save him and asks if he wants to live, and he replies affirmatively. She tells him she is his elder sister. She performs the Heavens Feel rituals, separates Shirou's soul from his weakened body, then destroys the Holy Grail. Outside the Grail, Tosaka, Sakura, and Rider see the light of Shirou's soul emitting to the sky. Later, Tosaka and Sakura walk together, catching up with old times, then go to an artificial body and then revive the body with Shirou's recovered soul. Shirou and Sakura continue their love relationship, and they all prepare to see the cherry blossoms just as Shirou had promised. Thank you for watching the recap. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post the next recap. See you next time.